Guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. Brad here, and we are in the Supercar Street Racing living room right now. And right behind me, WIIM reached out to the channel to see if we wanted to work on some of their new cool products. And of course, I said 1000% my viewers love WIIM. They love the WIIM Ultra sitting right over here in the audio closet. They will love the WIIM Amp, and we got the WIIM Sub too. They sent us both of these to check out. Check this out, guys. Today on the channel, we're gonna be opening up both of these guys and taking a look about what they are and how they work. You're gonna like this today. I'm hyped for you guys to be here. Let's get rolling. The train's going out right now. We are back in the Supercar Street Racing amazing living room. You got Brad here again as usual. And today is Friday, so I'm super hyped about the weekend coming up, but I'm even more hyped about the WIIM Amp Ultra sitting right here, so flying fresh. And then also the WIIM Sub. I have not even cracked the box open on this because I wanted you guys to see it when I see it. And look at this WIIM Amp Ultra right here. This is so perfect for a lot of different people. You're gonna be so hyped when you see this. And it has a built-in amplifier. That's why it's called the WIIM Amp Ultra. Not to be confused with Winamp, the MP3 player on the PC. But let's go ahead and see what this is all about today. I love WIIM, and I have one right over here. You guys have seen this. This is my whole home audio system right here, and the WIIM is sitting right there and supplying the entire house with killer audio. And so of course we love it. So let's go ahead and see what these two things are all about today. We're gonna get these things unboxed here momentarily. So this is the WIIM Ultra preamplifier, which I bought because I thought it was so cool that it had subwoofer outputs and does all the streaming. And it has been a workhorse for the SCSR compound and the whole home audio system that I built right here. You guys can see that video on my channel where I rebuilt this whole entire closet for one purpose, actually two, to feed my whole home audio system here, to also feed bass to all my subwoofers with this bad boy EX1200 subharmonic synthesizer. And now it is also doubled as my live stream. We got the Asus Nook 15 Pro right there, streaming right now on YouTube Live. You guys are live on this webcam right here. And then of course my YouTube silver play button is housed here, so fly and so fresh. And so today we're taking a different look at a WIIM product because this one actually has a built-in amplifier. So that's going to be kind of exciting to see exactly what that can do for us. And all that is sitting right here on the table today. So I'm so hyped to get this opened up. Let's go ahead and start this unboxing session, but I don't know what to get first. All right, we have a double unboxing today because WIIM was kind enough to send us two of their products here. This is the WIIM Amp Ultra. Now you guys saw over there, I do have the WIIM Ultra preamp, which is feeding the whole home audio system. This is another ball game. This guy actually has built-in amplification and high-res audio, you can see right there. And on the back, it shows you all of the different connections on the back, the rear ports. It looks like you've got a nice optical jack, so that's Toslink. You've got HDMI, and that's only for ARC. You've got USB, LAN. You've got a input here. You've got a right and a left channel amplified out, and you've also got a subwoofer output. Now notice there is no RCA outputs for this, so it does not have outputs to feed an amplifier. And it shows you what's inside the box. We should be getting a WIIM Amp Ultra remote, a user guide, a power cable, an HDMI cable, an RCA cable, and an optical cable. You get all that with it, and banana plugs. They give you banana plugs. Now, who gives you free banana plugs? You can see right here, this guy supports Dolby Audio and HDMI, and it does support Spotify, Tidal, Google, Cast, and Alexa, and so much more. It does YouTube music and plenty of other streaming services. I know that because I use it every single day over there in the audio closet. And that's a look at the box for the WIIM Amp Ultra, and then we have right below that the WIIM Sub. Now this thing is an 8-inch subwoofer, and I have heard some complaints online that it's bigger than most subs. And we got our SCSR compound knife here. It's our Smith & Wesson knife. I love adding extra subwoofers to my house. You can never have enough bass. And it is kissing the Sherwin Vega subwoofer. The packaging is very nice. Here we have the WIIM Sub, and inside of this box, another box, and it appears to be upside down. So let's do that move again, and this thing looks so cool. It is a very clean packaging. There's not a lot on the box. All you do see is the subwoofer here. There's some stuff on the back. What's inside? You get a sub, you get a power cable, and you get a RCA cable. And if I remember correctly, this has a single LFE input. It does not have a stereo input for bass. But the cool thing about this guy is it also supports network for feeding it if you have a WIIM Ultra or a WIIM Amp like is sitting in the box. Right on top of the Sub Pro, we have a nice user manual there, and we have our accessory box right here. It looks like this will house the power cable and all of the other cabling that they give you. And then inside of here, looking so fresh underneath this protective styrofoam condom, is the WIIM Sub. And I'll be honest with you, it is actually smaller than I thought it was. This is not a large subwoofer at all. This is a small, it is compact. And look at the WIIM Sub Pro here. Wow, this thing is so cool. It's finished in piano black, power here. It actually can accept LAN, which is kind of cool. So you can feed it with network, or you can feed it with RCA, and then there is a reset button right here. But yeah, this is all the connections on the back. And the front, it does have rubber feet on the bottom, by the way. The front does look just like this. What a cool unit this is, man. I'm so hyped to review this for you guys. This thing actually doesn't even need a connection. It can do Wi-Fi. So you can actually use Wi-Fi 6 on this, and supposedly you can put it anywhere. Your WIIM Amp or your WIIM Ultra, they can interface with this guy without having cabling. Now let's look at what's inside the box here. One RCA cable and one power cable. That is all that is inside there. We're standing directly behind the WIIM Amp, and this is different from the WIIM Ultra because this guy has built-in audio amplification. It also does have a subwoofer output, which is super cool because you can drive a powered subwoofer with this guy right here, or you can drive the WIIM Sub Pro with it either wirelessly or wired. Either way, it'll work. We already showed you guys the outside of the box. Let's go ahead and break into the WIIM Amp and see what this guy is all about. Now, the WIIM Ultra is sitting in my streaming closet right there for the whole home audio. This guy can work independently from the WIIM Ultra, and it can also power its own speakers, which is awesome. So if you have a listening room or a media room, or even a television that you want to have like a little audio system with, this guy right here will do it. Now, right off the bat, we already see the WIIM Amp sitting right here. And then on both sides here, we have some accessory boxes. The packaging is out of this world already. It's awesome. So let's start with the accessories right here. And it looks like on this side, we have a box. Looks like we have 3 different cables in here. And the bag says biodegradable, so they are thinking about the environment here. This is a Toslink cable, optical cable, and this one right here is a HDMI cable. You got all those cables for free included, and that's kind of a great deal, to be honest with you. Not a lot of companies give you free cabling. And in this box, oh, you've got some awesome banana plugs. They gave you banana plugs for left and right, and they look like they're high quality banana plugs too. USB Type C to USB Type A included. And then here is the WIIM remote right here, which is very fly. Now, unlike the WIIM Ultra, they have changed the remote to silver. The WIIM Ultra remote is black. And then here is the main unit, and it is sitting inside of a condom that we have to take off. And it does just peel right off, and you can see how cool these guys are. They are very high quality. Now notice in the back, these are made for banana plugs. You cannot use regular speaker wire on these. It comes with banana plug connections ready to go, so do not think that you're going to use regular speaker wires. You need to use these banana plugs, and these do assemble very easily. You simply unscrew them, put the wire in there, and then just tighten it down, and they push directly into the back of the WIIM amp, and we will be able to add this to the app that we already have. And that's going to conclude the unboxing of the WIIM Amp Ultra. Why don't we go ahead and get the WIIM Sub set up and see if we can add it to the app that we already have. Now, I thought hard about where to put this WIIM Sub Pro. I do have several subwoofers in this house, probably 7, but you can always have 8. I decided to put this in the living room. I thought this might sound good in the living room, and it is in a spot where it's not going to interfere with anything right next to this. It can move anytime. I am going to attempt to connect this via Wi-Fi. You can eat this bread tie later if you're hungry. Now you just take the other end of the cable, and it does plug into a regular US receptacle. Now I can't go too close to the wall because the plug is actually hitting the wall. So that does limit your ability to get it close to anything. You can see right there in the back, the sub cord is hitting the wall. All we should have to do now is grab the app. We have my phone in front of us along with these Fly Costa gold glasses. To get going, we need to open the WIIM app and we need to hit add device, and let's go see. And it found it immediately. I love that. How many times have you done this and it doesn't find your object or your device? Let's go setup. Connected successfully, let's go. And it's going to look for firmware, update complete. We click done. Select or enter a custom name for your device. Living room. Select a device to connect to your WIIM Sub Pro. Next, we did our WIIM Ultra. Now it's going to analyze the room. Let's do that. Okay, it wants me to point the mic at the sub. Sit at the sweet spot where you typically enjoy listening to music. Okay, let's go to the couch for this. And we can go to the YouTube audio library. And we should be able to control our sub. Okay, we were successfully able to go ahead and set up the WIIM Sub Pro. It is right down here on Wi-Fi, working perfectly, no issues whatsoever. And also there are a lot of options in the app for tuning the actual sub. You can change your own crossover levels, you can change the phase, and you can also set up the RoomFit where it kind of measures your sweet spot and adjusts its graphic EQ to make the room sound better. It's up to you whether you want to use that. You don't have to, but if you do, it is available in the software. But yeah, this thing sounds awesome. It is going to be a good addition to the SCSR compound and the whole home audio system because it does not have to have wiring. I thought about putting it down here where the PSW10 is, but that does not make sense because then the PSW10 is wired only. This guy can actually sit anywhere. Now the next thing we are going to do is go ahead and set up this WIIM Amp Ultra. And I think, not 100% sure where I'm gonna put that yet. I have to think about this. We're in the Supercar Street Racing closet where I keep the wiring. We're gonna find some wire for this WIIM amp, and this stuff right here is fine. Now these speakers are currently connected to the system with these weird banana plugs that don't plug in all the way for whatever reason. This wire does have ridges on one side, and that's how you know it's positive. But check these banana plugs out that they give you. Basically, you just put the wire in here, through there, and tighten it up. And then you tighten this wire, and that's it. Now, this amplifier only has stereo outputs. It is not a surround amplifier. It does have subwoofer out, though. This is done. This is how you wire up the speakers for the WIIM amp. Now, take note on the back of the WIIM Ultra, all of your inputs and outputs. You have a Toslink in. We got a USB, a LAN, and an input, a regular stereo RCA input, and then our subwoofer output, which is very cool. And it is coming up. Okay, we're recording on both devices now, and all we have to do is go to the WIIM app. So we went into WIIM Home. It found it already. That is so cool. It found the WIIM Amp Ultra F38A already. And it is going to set up, and it might update the firmware. It is connecting to my Wi-Fi system now. and it automatically updated the time and the date on the front display, which is awesome. It is updating the firmware. Let's let it do that in peace. And it does say downloading. Has an interesting bar graph on the front that is similarly moving to the one on the app. Preparing to install the update now. Notice the cool control on the front. You do have a play button and a rotary control on the front. It says rebooting now. These are the Studio Monitor 4406s from JBL. They have a 6-inch woofer and a dome tweeter. Now this guy does everything that the other WIIM device does, but also has power outputs. And it is a touch screen, by the way, so you can touch anything on the front, and there's a good look at the apps on the front and the settings. Now it says to put the remote in pairing mode, and it is rechargeable. I think there is a USB-C in the bottom. It says put it in pairing mode. Hold both the source and the mute button. I am pairing. All right, we are now completely done setting up our WIIM amp. We cannot play most everything for you because copyright problems. All we can play basically is the YouTube audio library without getting in trouble, and we are paired with it now. Look at the front where it says Bluetooth. Now this thing does all kinds of cool streaming stuff, but like I said, we cannot do that because of issues with copyright, but it does support Amazon Music, all these iHeartRadio, KKBox, Napster, Pandora, YouTube Music, any of that stuff it supports. TuneIn, Internet Radio, Spotify, you name it, it is on here. Good old-fashioned Internet Radio, Google Cast, and Amazon Alexa. Now that we are in Bluetooth mode, we can go to the phone. There's our volume. We can also use our remote for volume. Yes, this is copyright-free audio from the YouTube audio library. It does get very loud. 100 watts is what this guy puts out. It sounds very good, but you can also tailor that sound. You can also go into the settings on WIIM and make it however you want. You can go into your audio settings, devices, settings. Then of course you can go through here and tailor all of your sound needs. You can actually go in and do an EQ. You can do RoomFit. You can check your audio settings. And if you just want to pick one of the pre-made ones, like rock, it'll probably be a curve, yes, save that. Now we have an EQ. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. That's at volume 45. These studio monitors sound very good. Very nice. I love the WIIM Amp Ultra. It has plenty of power for these power-hungry monitors as well. These guys are inefficient, so at 50 volume, it's pretty loud. You have a lot of choices as far as streaming, and also this guy can hook up to the subwoofer in the other room as well. The Sub Pro, which we showed you guys already, is wirelessly allowed to hook up to this thing. I don't know if it can do it at the same time as the WIIM Ultra can, but it can connect the Sub Pro. And this is the first time I've used Wi-Fi on any of the WIIM devices. It has worked flawlessly so far, no problems whatsoever. Yeah, we went through the settings on our other WIIM video, so I will put a link to that down in the description as well. So that is going to do it for showing you guys how to hook up and demo the WIIM amp. Let's throw it into the studio now where we can talk about how to buy your own. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Supercar Street Racing, and we are here in the lovely Studio B. This is the second studio we have at Supercar Street Racing to go ahead and edit inside of the actual house. And today we have the WIIM Amp Ultra and the WIIM Sub Pro, both three guys. WIIM reached out to us to see if we wanted to work with them, and of course, I love their products, so we did get both of these guys from them to review. And I'll tell you what, I love the WIIM Amp Ultra as much as I love the WIIM Ultra. It's the same exact box, but it has 2 channels for 100 watts of audio on a stereo pair there, and also subwoofer outputs. It does have all the same streaming capabilities. It has a RCA input jack, optical input jack, HDMI ARC input, and has a network jack as well, or does Wi-Fi. That is the WIIM Amp Ultra with voice remote. Very cool product. I was super hyped about it. And they also sent us a WIIM Sub Pro, an 8-inch 250-watt subwoofer that can work in a variety of configurations. You can feed it LFE in, you can do Ethernet, you can do Wi-Fi, and it's so cool because I put it right over in the middle of the room with no wiring whatsoever except for power, and the thing just absolutely rocks, and it hooks up wirelessly to any of your WIIM devices. If you want to join it to your WIIM, you can connect it to any of your devices. I connected it to my whole home audio system here, where I have a separate amplifier and it powers audio for the whole house. Now, there's going to be a link in the description to both of these guys. Please support Supercar Street Racing by buying all your product through our affiliate links. Like and subscribe, and please keep up with the channel on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. All that's going to be down in the description as well. Please help us out. Please help us out by buying everything through our official affiliate link. And it is football Sunday. We got to support the Jaguars, so we got to get out of here. We have to go watch football.